How long has it been, man? Let me see if I can get the camera right. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Yo. Let me see. If you guys can't hear me, let me know. Let me see. You hear me? All right, go. Dude, I haven't done this in so long, man. And it just feels weird recording over here. Like I'm used to recording over there. Let me. I think we good. I think we're good. All right, dudes. So here was my plan, right? I was planning on streaming on Twitch sometime like I don't know, sometime like yesterday or today or whatever. But then I was like, you know what? Let's just do it on YouTube first. Let's see how the internet is treating me because I haven't streamed in God knows how long. So I was like, bro, I gotta see how it's going. So I was like, you know what? We'll do Twitch later on after I make sure that my internet is good over here. Because YouTube, of course, my main platform. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it. But before we get into anything, man, before we get into anything today, do y'all know, for the One Piece fans that are in the comment section, do y'all know what chapters came out today? We got 3 legendary chapters that dropped today at different points in history, man. Check me out. Check me out, man. This is crazy. Like, yo, this is legitimately insane. In one day, we had, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was in the year 1999. We had the beginning of the legendary battle between Zoro and Mihawk. All right. I'm talking, yo, wounds on the back are a swordsman's shame. All right. We had that chapter drop. Second chapter in 2010 or 2009. Ace and Whitebeard. Yo, do y'all remember the double spread that ends this chapter? The beginning of the war. Like, come on. My man Oda has been dropping heat for 25 years. And then, are y'all ready for this, bro? I remember the day that this dropped, and to this day, I'm so sad that I don't have this reaction from the old channel. Because, man, dude, we were hyped. We were hyped when this chapter came out. And to end it all off, the chapter that came out on this day in 2015, if my boy Francisco Silva's in the comment section, yo, we were online all day that day. All day. For this. Look at him. Bro, now, like, come on. Go, bro, give me all the fire emojis or the Santa hat emojis you could possibly find in the comment. Look at this. And what, bro? That's one day. That's one day. Zoro versus Mihawk. You have Ace and Whitebeard. And then Kaido dropping out the sky? Come on. Yeah, yo. Ankit remembers. He remembers. The shirtless coach. The shirtless coach. But dudes, like, yo, real talk, it feels so good to see y'all again, man. Just like in terms of like actually seeing the comments rolling while we're moving. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. Like I haven't done this in so long, and the reason why I haven't done it is because of my internet. Like when I'm playing Call of Duty or Mario Kart, whatever it is, I'm already lagging. So I'm like, man, when I stream, I'm gonna be looking like a PowerPoint presentation. Like you're you're gonna see me like moving frame by frame, step by step. So let me see here. Oh snap! $5 super chat coming in from Super Nice Black Guy. What's good, my man? Save this so we can watch later. Go with the coat. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro, for that. And it's great seeing you, man. You know, I've seen, like, there's so many individuals that I see here that I see normally, like, in the comment section, and it's so dope to actually see y'all and be able to converse with y'all again. I feel like it's been so long. I think that's why the Reverie was such a refreshing experience, because I was like, bro, being able to actually converse with individuals about the best-selling manga in history, but like in real time, because normally I'm only able to do that with like my cousins or my friends that I talk to about it, like on Xbox and whatnot, or on PlayStation. But to actually be able to, you know, speak with other individuals who love it as much as I do, it's just, there's nothing better, man. Randy G, whoa, coming in with a 20. The 20, bro. That 20 better have been for Kaido. You want to pull him out again? Hold on, coach. The 20 for Kaido? Koido? Big Brock? Hey, listen. That 20 better be a bet that the GOAT with the coat's about to take this man down in 1v1. You feel me? You know, after Caribou gives him the meat. But Randy G says, King getting straight to the point, you the GOAT. I appreciate you, man. I truly do appreciate you, dog. You know, thank you so much for the 20, bro. You the GOAT, man. This man said, I'm the GOAT. You the GOAT. You the GOAT. I promise you that. Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, man, it's like Yamato love in the chat. Y'all know. Yo, I was thinking about making a video for Yamato soon. But the thing is there's so much like going up here where I'm like, man, hopefully soon I can make that video, because y'all, I love me some Yamato. Especially with how Toei's been like sprinkling in some of that Yamato greatness. I've been like, man, I want to talk about Yamato. Oh, Randy G says the second best-selling comic. You already know. You already know, man. Batman Bruce? Who? Listen, I grew up collecting these. Where are they at? I got them. I was a fan of the Bat. I was a fan of the Bat. Like, I was a fan. I still am. But Bruce? To the GOAT with the coat? Come on, son. Come on. Raul says, you got me into Kingdom, man. Are you going to do chapter reactions for it again? Absolutely. The only reason why I haven't been doing Kingdom or Chihaya Furu or any of that stuff is because when I sit down and record, I only got like specific amount of time, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do my priorities. So like right now, highest priority, I'm really enjoying One Piece manga, the anime, and then My Hero manga is going off. So when My Hero starts settling down, or like for example, the Gintama movie just dropped, so like when we get a chill season and Bleach is about, bro, Bleach, man, like come on, Bleach is coming back soon, like, and I'm talking about the manga, right? So like 73 pages of that Bleach greatness. And then on top of that, we have the anime coming out, which I assume is next year. So you already know we got to do that. But in that intermission, in that time frame, I'll definitely get back to doing Kingdom, because I miss it. I miss Shin. I miss the Hishin unit. I miss Kyokai. I miss them all. I miss them all, yo. Like, especially whenever I start seeing screenshots of the anime floating around and still seeing it's the quality still consistent. Like, can't wait to get back on that greatness. Is that my boy? Yo, shout out to Michael Mickles, man. Real talk, yo. Shout out to Michael Mickles. Coming in with a 10. We here. Actually, I'm at work, but I'll be listening in. Welcome back to the live gang. Dude, my man has been with me for so many years and still listening consistently. Michael, love you, brother. Thank you so much for the 10, bro. I appreciate you, man. Is that Fraud D Legend in the chat? My boy? Yo, shout out to my boy Jay, man. Jay is legit one of the funniest dudes, not only just in the community, but just in general. That's my guy, man. Shout out to my boy Jay. Shout out to Jay, man. Yo, Jay, one of these days we're gonna have to hit up either some Smash or some Mario Kart, or actually, yo, let me know about the Monopoly session, man, because I'm trying to see what I can do on the computer. You know, trying to pull up the Steam again. So just let me know, man, whenever you want to do like Monopoly or any of that stuff, man. I'll be down. I just hope I don't lag out because I've been experiencing that. I'll be in the middle of playing Warzone, the black screen will come up, and by the time that everything settles down, it'll say, user connection has disconnected or whatever, and I'm like, come on, like I'll be so close to a dub. You feel me? I'll be going in. The king puts in work. Hey, listen, man. In Warzone, I mean, I take L's. I'm not gonna lie, I take a lot of L's. But when I'm feeling it, when the dubs are coming, when I got the SMG in hand, when I got the coat flying, when I'm sneaking around like I'm Burgundy and Black Sanji, I can do my thing. All right, I can do my thing, man. And so, but I hate lagging out in the middle of that. But yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Jay. Shout out to my boy Jay. Oh no, hey, trust me, super nice black guys. Trust me, bro. I've watched the O'Hara Theory. That O'Hara Theory was nasty. Crazy, crazy theory. Actually, that might have been. There's been a lot of great theories I've watched over the years, but that was like up there, man. It's like one of the greatest like theories I've ever seen. That one was crazy, and just overall. And then the comment section kept blowing my mind even more. Like I saw some people talking about how Going Mary told them to look down, and like she took them to their destination. Stuff like that gives you chills. You're like, yo, like come on, that's wild. Like that's wild when you think about it in that way. But crazy. Should I read the manga or watch the anime for Bleach? I mean, the Bleach anime is nasty. I mean, because the thing is, Kubo's art is it's fantastic. It is. I mean, in terms of like artists, my boy, he kills it. Especially when it comes if you like series that focus on facial expressions on individuals, because he does a lot of white backgrounds, and that's to focus on the characters and whatnot, right? So like, if you really like that type of art style, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like another manga compared to, but he does a lot of big panels, which is why Bleach chapters fly so fast. So if you like stuff like that and really cool fight scenes, just in terms of reading it in black and white, the Bleach manga is amazing. Especially the more it goes on. I would say the transition was like, I want to say like chapter 150, right? So like from chapter 150 until the end, my man's art was just evolving and evolving and evolving. So Bleach manga to go if you're a fan of that. But if you want some of the greatest soundtracks that this medium has ever seen, if you want to see my people represented, you gotta watch the anime. You have to, it's not even a debate. Well, actually, or you could just read the manga and just watch the scenes. But now you feel like number one, the openings. I mean, the Bleach anime is special, y'all. The Bleach animes, I know it has some filler, but even the filler bangs. And maybe that's because I'm nostalgic for it, but even the filler nowadays bangs. You know what I'm saying? It feels like even the filler has a bit of soul to it. But that might just be Shiro Sagisu's soundtrack, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But let me see. Hey, Monopoly, let's go. Let's go. That sounds good, man. That sounds good. That sounds good, brother. Super hyped for that. Yo, y'all should have been there the other day, man. Like, we were playing Smash, and this man Brago. I mean, I'm not gonna give a shout out to Brago because my man gave me too many L's that day. But shout out to Brago, bro. That man was like on a 20-game winning streak. I gotta see that man in hands, yo. I gotta see Brago and answer that one, dog. You have your messed up, but yeah, that Smash session was a lot of fun. The SMG with hockey on it, you already know. Tenryu Naito says, have you read anything lately as hype as Toriko? Bro, I mean, Recon's piece, definitely Toriko levels of hype, or Recon's piece. Roof piece. Might as well be Recon's piece. Roof piece, without question. Toriko levels of hype. Kingdom, I mean, from chapter 1 until where I left off, some of the most hype stuff you'll ever see. Like, legit. Some of the most hype stuff ever. Like, Kingdom for sure. And then... we're talking Toriko levels of hype, man. That's hard to hit. That's hard to hit. You feel me? So I feel like Kingdom and like Roof Piece are the ones that come to mind immediately. Yo, the super chat coming in. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Aditya Swaminathan. Yo, thank you so much, fam. Yo, King, great to see you live for the first time. Hope to see you do some live reactions soon. Can't wait. Yo, man, I truly, truly appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much for that. Like, that's my plan. My plan is to, because whenever I first started doing YouTube all the way back in the day, because I didn't have a camera, all I could do was live streams. So then when I got the camera, you know, we changed it up. That was like back in like 2013, 2014, 2015. All I had was a phone and my computer. So I was recording videos on the phone with the whole wobbly camera, and then I was recording videos on my laptop. So like that's how we used to do it, just live streams every day. And I miss those days because it allowed you more, or at least allowed me like more of a personal connection to really get to talk to people on a regular basis, which I haven't been able to do in a while. So like I want to do some live reactions again. The only problem with doing live reactions is because my internet's so bad. The last time I did a live reaction was to My Hero Academia chapter. I think it was 292. No, it was 192 because it was a long time ago. I think it was 192. And in the middle of me reacting to that chapter, my internet just bombed. I mean, my internet lost it. So I was like, can you imagine I'm reading one of the great... Can you imagine in the middle of Wano right now? Or in the middle of like the Coalition invasion? Or one of the best arcs ever, right? You're in the middle of reading that, and the internet goes out, and all that footage is lost, bro. Like, see, that's the fear that I have because of my bad internet. When I get better internet, you know, whenever I can actually start paying for the better internet, then we'll be in like swimwear. But for right now, yeah, man, I want to do more live reactions, but just scary times. I never want to lose a reaction like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Recon, any predictions for 1021? Listen, man. All right, so it's kind of tough, right? Because of where we are. I mean, you can say like it's going to be another Torubo fight, or we're just going to continue Robin versus Black Maria. But honestly, I feel like it might be time. I feel like the next chapter, it might be time for the Burgundy and Black, man. A real deal might be time to begin the Sanji and Queen greatness. Or we could cut to one of like the mashup chapters where we see Inarashi and Jack, like Hawkins and Killer and Yamato and Kaido. It could be like all over the place. But I think based on the way the Oda's going right now, we're either gonna jump to another fight or we're gonna start finishing fights. Like I was talking about that in the afterthoughts. So if we're gonna be jumping around and then we finish them in all in like one fell swoop, kind of like he did in Alabasta, like starting, we see progression, and then we finish just back to back to back to back. So if he's gonna do that, we gotta start seeing some starts, right? So we've already seen Sanji and Queen start, but if we could see some more of that, that'd be great. Zoro versus King, man. I mean, listen, Marco's still playing around with King right now. And I say playing around, you know, I'm joking, of course, because King is that dude. But he was. I mean, let's keep it to 100. You know, Marco was putting in work against 2. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be like he's going to use up so much energy, you know, healing all the other individuals there that Zoro's going to have to come in and take over for that spot against King. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But regardless, I do think we're going to start up another one. So, or by startup, I mean like get more out of another one of the battles below, or we're going to start finishing. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. So 1021 is either going to be a finish or it's going to be a start or a mashup. It could be a mashup too. But I would love to see because I'm just so excited for the Sanji and Queen fight. Like, y'all have no idea. And the reason for it is because of who Queen is. Like, after I found out this man was a mad scientist and he worked for Germa, do you know how many implications come from that, bro? Do you know how many awesome possibilities can come from that, to where Sanji has to use his mind to defeat this man? Like, I love stuff like that, bro. So that's going to be dope. And then, come on, man. Zoro versus King. The moment I saw King, I was like, yo, Zoro's fighting this man. You know, I didn't expect what was going on the roof. So to see this man possibly fighting King now, that's going to be super dope. So I really want to get some more on that, but I also really want to see some more from Jinbei, because my boy was putting in work against Who's Who. Yo, Frank, bro, listen, man. Frankie, from the moment this arc started, has been putting in work. And I'm talking all the way back when he was building houses in chapter 909. Up until now, my man has been putting endless work. He damaged Big Mom on a motorcycle. Like, bro, Frankie's just that dude. You know, shout out to Jay, who was in here earlier. He was like, yo, Frankie in 4. Frankie in 4. Maybe even Frankie in 3. You feel me? So, and then when we go to Robin versus Black Media, who doesn't want to see more of that? I mean, after this magnificent chapter we just got, I hope we continue off with Robin and Black Media. You know how awesome that'd be, but we'll see. You know, we got to be realistic. We got to progress forward with the story. So I'm not sure. I'm lagging a bit. Oh man, we're lagging a bit. You see what I'm telling you? You see, this is the problem that I have with streaming, but I like it. I like it because at the very least we can discuss this here. Yo, shout out to Nile in the chat. Yo, Nile's another person that's been with me for so many years, man. Shout out to Nile. Recon's Piece, the best manga. Hey, man, look. It's either Recon's Piece or Roof Piece. They're kind of the same thing. They're kind of the same thing. If you're looking at it realistically, Recon's Piece and Roof Piece is kind of the same thing. You feel me? Yo, my boy Kiro Sagi. Yo, shout out to Kiro. Thank you for putting me on Kingdom and Gintama Recon. I owe you as much as the mangaka themselves. Yo, thank you for checking them out, man. Thank you for checking them out, bro. Recon Ashima greatness. Yeah, hey, shout out to Yamato in the chat, man. Yamato's the GOAT. The character and the individual there. Yo, Wither Jockey with the 5. Yo, streaming's back. Yo, shout out to Wither Jockey too, man. Wither Jockey actually was the individual that was with me while I was testing out the streams on Twitch. So I got a lot of love for Wither Jockey, man. Another person who's been with me through it all. Yo, streaming's back. What's up, King? Driving back home from work. Hope you're having a great time, man. I'm loving it, bro. You know how long it's been since I've done this? It's crazy. But yeah, thanks for the 5, man. I appreciate you. Let me see. Hold up. Where's it at? I gotta put this on to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing correctly, bro. Yo, shout out to my boy Commodore Last in the chat. That's my brother. But hold on, I gotta put this on, bro. I just read something. I don't know if I read this correctly. Mason Hack with the 100. Yo, we're talking about Luffy's bounty at the beginning, bro. All the way back whenever he pwned Crocodile with the Gum Gum Storm. 100. Simply saying, yo. That's what I'm saying. Yo. Brother Mason, man. I don't even know. Yo. I'm speechless, man. Thank you so much, bro. I mean, seriously. Holy sweet mother of Flagnards. With the 100. Yo, Mason. Yo, God bless you, man. Real talk, yo. Yeah, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Like, you have no idea, man. Yo, that 100 is going to go into improving my internet. You feel me? I appreciate you, dog. Is that Smiley? Yo, Smiley, how you doing? It's been a while. Shout out to Smiley coming with the 3. What is that? It's like doing like a little animation. Fist bump? Is this something new, dog? I haven't streamed in a minute. What is that? Fist bump, and then you see it. That's kind of dope. Oh, this is the stickers thing. I was wondering because when I logged into YouTube this morning, I went to go stream. It gave me like a little thingy, and it said you now have stickers and something else. I was like, stickers? What in the world is that? So that must be the stickers. But yo, Smiley, it's great seeing you. Thank you so much for the 3. I appreciate that. Yo, let me see. Yo, shout out to Dangusberg with the 5. Whoa! We got a trail super chat? Kiseki? Reed Schwartzer? Lloyd Bannings? Estelle Buraito? Yo, and first and foremost, I should be the one thanking you. Thank you for getting into trails. Like, that's just that game series, man. Like, I'm telling you right now, that is like I have certain catch-up experiences that are just unforgettable, right? You got like the One Pieces, you got the Metal Gear Solid, you got JoJo, like Hajime no Ippo, just like Conan, just these long series that have unforgettable catch-up experiences. Kingdom, but Trails, dog, that was 6 months. 6 months of just banger after banger, GOAT game after GOAT game. I've never seen any other franchise do what Trails did, bro. And I play a lot of video games, man. I've most recently been getting into more like JRPGs and stuff because I've always been a Final Fantasy fan. And so, trying to branch out and experience what else is out there. But Trails, bro? Yo, man. Dog, for the One Piece fans that are in here, just imagine something like One Piece, but in video game form. Will you play it? Imagine playing through Impel Down and Marineford. That's what I did. That's what Trails fans do. It's nuts. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. But yo, thank you so much for checking it out, and I appreciate you for the 5. Yo, Ragnar in the comments section. Shout out to Ragnar, yo. Ragnar, greatest voice in the community. When my book comes out, I need Ragnar to be my narrator. 100%. That's going to be like Hunter x Hunter narration style. You feel me? But shout out to Ragnar, man. Coming out with a great content on a consistent basis. That's my boy right there. Oh, you already know. Yo, shout out to Axel M with SEK. What in the world is the SEK? I apologize, man. I'm not educated in many forms of currency. I don't know what SEK is, but bless your soul, son. Bless your soul, Axel M. One Hundo Recon, the Swedish millionaire. The Swedish millionaire. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. The Swedish millionaire. Yo, real talk, Ariane. Tell me the Gomu Gomu no 100 Berry Happiness Punch. That's the real deal what that was. That kind of had me shook. I still am shook. That's nuts. Sir, this stream is super clean. You finally retired the Mac? No, bro. I got the Mac. But you know what I got? I got a better camera. I got a better camera. That's all we needed, baby. We just needed a better mic and a better camera, which is why I was holding off on streaming again because I was like, I want a better camera and I want a better mic and a better internet. So internet, who knows when that'll happen, especially where I live. So who knows when that, but I was like, at the very least, what's in my control, better camera, better microphone. So that's what I can do. You feel me? That's what I can do. Let me see. Yo, TJ, thank you so much for jumping into the stream. I appreciate you. Yo, Patrick D. Funky, man. Yo, I gotta tell you, son, every time that I see your name, like I smile very wide when I'm replying to your comments because you just have the greatest profile picture. It's the funk. You know what I'm saying? It's getting funky. So shout out to Patrick D. Funky and that amazing profile picture, man. You the goat. Yeah, yo, hey man, y'all y'all have to check out Trails. Like in terms of just like large scale like conflict being resolved over multiple different games, because the thing is about video games, as y'all know, is that they have to be sold or they have to be released so that people can play them. It has to be like a, even if it's a sequel, it has to stand on its own. Like no matter what franchise it is, if it's a sequel, it's got to stand on its own, because when people go to the store, they, so for example, like Modern Warfare 2, right? Modern Warfare 2 for a long time was the most sold Call of Duty game, and it was a sequel, but it stood on its own. So the thing with Trails though is that Trails, you cannot. I mean, you could, but you just wouldn't get a lot of context. You cannot start that game in, like, for example, like the last game. You will just be so lost as to like what in the world's going on, because it is building a narrative for years and years. It's been building this since 2004 and up until now. So it's a massive and ambitious project, and coming out of a studio that small. I mean, Neon Falcom is it's bigger than most studios that are producing games like that, at least from what I've seen in like documentaries. Don't quote me on that, but it's still out here producing games at a high level, and it's insane. It's like legitimately insane how they're able to do it on a consistent basis. It's crazy. Beast Boy says building your own crew would be so cool in a One Piece game. I've been dreaming for it for years. I actually thought that's what like World Seeker. Actually, did y'all hear about this new One Piece game coming out? It's called like One Piece Odyssey. And the questions, or like the things that have been surrounding the game, is whether or not it's going to be a straight up like RPG, or if it's gonna be a fighting game or whatever. For me, man, you put that game, I don't care what console it's on or if it's just a PC game, you put that and give it an MMORPG where you can create your own character and join, let's just say, the Revolutionary Army, the become a pirate, or go out and join the world government and become a Marine. If you get freedom like that, we're talking about a game that is gonna, not only is it gonna blow up as terms of like it just being a great game that people can just get into, even if they aren't into the series, but it's gonna get a lot more people into the series. It's gonna do the same thing that the Netflix show would do to it inevitably, right? Because people that don't watch anime are gonna watch the Netflix show, like, oh snap, this is cool. Same thing with video games. There's a lot of people who play games who do not watch anime, and that'd be my chance to be like, hey man, this One Piece series is kind of hot. I mean, everybody who knows me knows I like the series, but that would be my chance to slide in there. You know, like some people be sliding in DMs, I'd be sliding in some recommendations. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Safama, yo. Bro, did you play the One Piece gacha game? Amazing graphics. I've played, so these are the ones that I have. I have all of them, but the last one. The one that Toadski, shout out to Toadski, man. Toadski put out a video on like this one that looked amazing, but I haven't. I think that was only in JP. So I have Treasure Cruise and I have Bounty Rush. Bounty Rush, I play that one sometimes, but I only really get on there to like pull characters. But Treasure Cruise, I still play that consistently. Like Treasure Cruise, Bleach Brave Souls, I still play Bleach, man. Like come on, bro. That game kept Bleach alive for years. Even whenever there was no content, no news, you could always look forward to Bleach Brave Souls. And of course, Dokkan Battle, because Dragon Ball's my childhood, man. That's one series, like the big three, Dragon Ball, like all that stuff, man. I don't care how old I am, yo. When something new comes out for that, I'm gonna be like, hey, I should probably check that out. I should probably check that out. All powerful God NL, man, my boy, yo. It's great to see you, fam. It really, really is. That's another legend. No way, Project Black. Brago got smacked by KOL? So you're telling me that there's a new individual that's got, I mean, from what I heard, I heard that Zoro, a Zoro fanboy, and SK were like the nastiest. Is that factual? The nastiest Smash? Because I'm not really, like, I just recently got back into it, so I'm not entirely sure like who's like the top dog. I thought Brago was, because my man was smacking us all up. But if there's people even on top of him, You're talking about King of Lightning's quoting him too? Oh man. Now I gotta see KOL too, man. Now I gotta see him too. Nothing but else. Nothing but else, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. The two wings versus the calamities, GURP05 says. That's what I want to see too, man. I really want to see Zoro and Sanji. Last night I was rewatching the Dave Back fight. Like I got so mad at Call of Duty that me and my friend were like, you know what? Let's just relax, take it easy. I'm gonna chill and watch the Dave Back fight because I love that arc a lot. So and that one's the one that always like it's one of those boosting your spirits because it's so funny. And shout out to Foxy. But we were watching the arc last night, and you know something? There's something stated in that arc that it just it hit harder because of the current stuff that's happening with Nika, with everything that's currently going down in One Piece. And that is the conversation of Davy Jones and the legend of him still being at the bottom of the sea. Right? So like it's just that's something that's always been there, but I guess with the most recent context with like what's happening with Nika and obvious foreshadowing for him all the way back in Skypiea and stuff. So like, and then when you bring back or when you talk about Davy Jones and you remember what Buggy said and Impel Down, it's like that's gonna come back eventually, and it looks like it's gonna be setting up for endgame stuff. So I'm genuinely curious. But going back to what I was saying. It was nice seeing Zoro and Sanji because I was watching the episode last night where Zoro and Sanji were in the groggy ring. Great episode, especially as a wrestling fan watching that stuff. It's super fun, but with like the referee looking away, it's just classic wrestling stuff. But it was just so great seeing them in action, you know, and interacting with. I would love to see that. Now I don't know if we're gonna get the 2v2 because the thing is, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, can you imagine both of them in the same area? That's gonna be nonstop double play spreads because Zoro and Sanji is gonna be going ham. I mean, I would love it. I'm the greatest tag team fight of all time if that's the case. But we gotta see. We gotta see. We gotta see what happens. I mean, I would love for the 2v2, but even if it's just both of them fighting their individual 1v1s, I'll still take it. Yo, what's going on? Menacing baseline saying, "What's up, coach? What's good, fam? What's good?" Bounty hunters in One Piece needs to step up their game, Yamato says. Hey, I mean, Yamato, soon. Either you're going to be set free or you're going to be the shogun of Wano. So when one of those two things happen, you better believe you better start smacking some bounty hunters. Because listen, man, as far as I'm concerned, I think at least there's got to be at least one fire bounty hunter in this series. At least one fire one. Whether it's going to be in the final arc or in Elbaf or whatever we're doing after this, we got to see at least one fire bounty. Can you imagine Johnny and Yosaku come back into the story and they're just nasty? I mean, they're hockeyed up. They're dripped out. I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. You feel me? I would love to see it. Yo, shout out to Usopp Corner, man, in the comment section, yo. And Syndratic, shout out to Syndratic saying Trails lore is strong. It really is. It really, really is. A Hero for Fun says, Coach playing Bleach Brave Souls. I play it every day. I mean, not every single day, but I log in every day, get my logins, and then, but I'll play every once in a while, and I really enjoy it. Nechi says, Recon, have you ever heard of this manga called Real? I did a college project whenever I was my first go around in college on Real because it impacted me that much. The last time I did a manga list on the old channel, Real was my number 6 on like my all-time favorite manga. And I think it's gone down a bit because of a lot of the other stuff I've experienced, but I still have a lot of love for that story. And it honestly still might be. It's tough because I love all 3 of his works. Like Slam Dunk for me will always be special because it was one of the greatest reading experiences I ever had. Like the final arc of Slam Dunk, just reading that in one go was one of the greatest reading experiences, man. That is one of the greatest arcs. Like that game, that final game is crazy. But and then with Vagabond, it's like the teachings of life and the Kojiro flashback that's amazing. And I got to give that a reread because I haven't read it in years. But I have to give it a reread, especially with shout out to my boy Fiji, Ao Fiji on YouTube, who continuously talks about Vagabond, how great it is. And I just love seeing his passion for it. So it makes me want to check out the series again and see if I come out of it this time with a different take. Because I've always had a a high outlook on Vagabond, but it was mainly for the Kojiro flashback and the amazing Musashi stuff. So I look forward to seeing all the other stuff in Vagabond 2 and seeing if I have a different take on it this time around. But in terms of Real for a long time was my favorite out of the three. And the reason for that is because of the focus on the characters. Like, I think that's why Chihaya Fudu is my favorite sports manga. And that's because Chihaya Fudu, rather than focusing on the sport, it focuses on the characters and what the sport does to the characters. And I love that. I love it so much, man. So Real takes that, but Real puts a real life twist on it. No pun intended, to where it's the focus on, what it does to the individual and how far they're willing to go and like, even with all the things happening to them in life, will they still continue to play basketball? Like, will they still continue to want to do it and want to progress forward in life, even though there's so many things setting them back? And it's like Takehiko Inoue took Vagabond and Slam Dunk, meshed them together, added another element, and created Real. And I love that story. It's a phenomenal story, and that's another series I have to reread. It's been a long time for that one too, but it'll always have a special place in my heart, man. Always. That's a banger. Like, Real, man. That's one of the all-time greats. The streets need the Mario Kart tournament one day. That's facts. Hard facts. Uninspired says, I love you, Recon. No, I love you, fam. Who's your Smash main? Cloud Strife. The greatest to ever do. Actually, no, the second great. So, if Reen was in the game, he would be the greatest. But my boy Solid Snake, he was my main for a long time because I played a lot of Brawl, and Snake was so good in that game. I could play, and maybe it was because I just played that game a lot, but I could play with Snake on Brawl, and I would have the confidence to beat anyone except for my boy Josh. Shout out to Josh if he's watching this. That man is nasty at Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And he would always pwn me, even if I brought out Snake. But regardless, Snake was my main for a long time. But when Cloud came out in Smash 4, I was like, yo, that's one of my favorite, at the time, my favorite video game character. And so I was like, bro, in a Smash game? So to have him in the game, and then with the whole remake hype and reminding me how much I love Final Fantasy VII, I was like, bro, I got to become a Cloud main. And he's just such a great character. His recovery sucks, but he's such a great character. Like, such a great character. Yo, my boy, the legend, Eto-sama, Black Reaper. Who remembers that name, man? Shout out to Sen Eto, yo. Always preaching the greatness of Berserk and Tokyo Ghoul. That's my boy right there. Shout out to Sen. Cliff says we need a Laz and Recon podcast. Dude, Laz and I legit, I feel like we could start a show tomorrow and it wouldn't end until, like, by the time the both of us are like 70. Because I feel like every time I talk to Laz, like, just in general, it could be about anything, and we'll be in a conversation until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He's just one of that. It's just, that's my guy, man. Like, that's my brother right there. Like, I could talk to him for 100 years. It's just there's just something, like, there's always something new that comes up, and I feel the same way about my boy Silva. Like the whole gang that we put together on to join in the calls, like, Moose and Ebo and all of us, like, love those guys. But Laz and I legit could talk about One Piece, wrestling, basketball, and it'll go on for 200 years. Bro, you don't want us to have a podcast. We'll have 8-hour podcasts weekly, son. Talking about some 8-hour podcasts. Need more Yamato stuff? Oh, I definitely need some Yamato stuff. Anything Yamato related, I'm good in the anime and in the manga. Joe says, can't wait for the Supernova vs. Emperor episodes to be animated. Wait until they get to Roof Piece, man. Like, seriously, just like you're saying, just wait until we get to Roof Piece. It's gonna be legendary. Yo, Lazy Mofos. Shout out to Lazy Mofos. Usually reread OP during the summer. Just got up to chapter 51. Lazy Mofos. Did you know? I said this at the beginning of the stream, but there wasn't that many people. There wasn't as many people as there are now. Yo, chapter 51 came out today. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. This legendary chapter came out on this day. What was it, 1998 or whatever it was? And so did Ace and Whitebeard, the chapter with the Ace flashback, and when Whitebeard officially like starts attacking. And then to end it off, I gotta post it again. This chapter came out, bro. I mean, look, I don't care if you were around weekly or if you just caught up yesterday. That reveal hits different because you just spend the entire series looking at Kaido, right? And you see him as like this small. People thought it was gonna be Napoleon, like the real life Napoleon, but in One Piece. I remember those theories of like, oh, he looks and sounds menacing, but in reality, he's probably gonna be a small dude. When I saw this man being a combination of Brock Lesnar and The Rock in real time, I was like, yo, and it's the manner that they did it. Yo, One Piece character introductions are crazy. Yo, shout out to Daniel Bankston coming in with the 50 SEK. Before I let me see SEK currency. Swedish. Okay, Swedish. There we go. The Swedish millionaire. That's right. The Swedish millionaire. I keep forgetting that. Swedish millionaire, $50. How would you react if Shanks turned out to be evil? I mean, we've had this conversation before, but to me, because of the way the One Piece world works, even if he was to have bad intentions, I feel like Shanks would. I would never be able to. I mean, unless he did something crazy like kill one of the Straw Hats, then maybe we got something. You know, then I'd have to throw hands with Shanks. But in regards, he's still going to end up being an all-time GOAT character, and that's why his motivations are so interesting and whatnot. But it's just, even if he turns out to have quote-unquote bad intentions, Shanks just feels like the type of character that would have a reason for doing that. In the similar ways like Doflamingo, like I love Oda's villains because he always either they're just so caught up in their goals because that's what we've seen, right? With like Crocodile, NL, Lucci, Dofi, like these dudes who are just so caught up in their goals. And especially Blackbeard. Blackbeard is the biggest one of them all, that they're willing to do anything to 100% get the job done. Like it's gonna happen. Akaino's another one of those individuals, and that's how Luffy is. Like Luffy's somebody who is also gonna do everything he can to become the king of the pirates. He's just doing it in a different way. And so if Shanks, as long as he follows that line, he's still gonna end up being a favorite for me, right? But the thing is with the way the series has been going up until this point, I just don't know how how do we get to Shanks versus Blackbeard, right? If he really turned out to be someone who's manipulating this entire thing, or I don't know. I mean, how I would react. I mean, if y'all were there for chapter 107, I thought that's where we were going the entire day. I was like, yo, y'all know that Uzumaki Khan reaction where Khan's like, Shanks is evil. He's evil. Like he's with the government. Like that was me. And when 907 dropped, I was like, man, like this is wild. So but now that I've had things settle down and I've thought about it, it's most certainly not that. And especially with somebody like Shanks. Like Shanks is most certainly right center in the middle. Like he's a gray character in the gray area. You know, just as we saw in the beginning in the series, he's not afraid to pwn someone. Lucky Roo caught the first body, and while eating meat, so there was no remorse. Like he said, they're pirates. So the thing is about the world of piracy is that there's different different variations of morality as a pirate, right? But in terms of him just being straight up evil, because of the way, like I said, that Oda writes his characters, I would end up really enjoying it regardless. But I would be sad that Luffy and Shanks wouldn't have that inevitable moment, or they would have that moment and then he would betray him or whatever. But I just don't want it to happen, man. Like I want my boy Shanks to stay dead center. He's between them, and like he's not good, he's not bad, he's just that dude. It's the way I've always seen Santa Hat Shanks. So always remember, the SH in Shanks is for Santa Hat. All right, Santa Hat. But thank you so much for the 50 SEK, fam. Yo, Rikin says, yo, what's good, G? What's good, man? Started Bleach yesterday. Now you feel like number one, shining bright for it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I love it. Absolutely love it. Man's on that Bleach greatness. Sen, Recon, I need you on the Climber. Yo, I need to read the Climber. That's facts. That's hard facts. Like, I heard that Bleach, or not Bleach, I was looking up at the Bleach. I heard that the Climber has the same artist as Innocent, right? Because you read Innocent? Bro, Innocent to me has, I think, in terms of like realism, it might honestly be like like in the tier under Kentaro Miura, because Kentaro Miura I think is like top one when it comes to that type of stuff. Honestly, probably us in general. I mean, that's Kentaro Miura. Come on, bro. Shout out to my boy Rip, man. That's the rest in peace to the legend, the GOAT Kentaro Miura, man. I mean, the way that he just was able to put what's up here onto the page is there's just nothing else. Like that man is on in another level. But the creator of Innocent, I believe he also created the Climber, right? So if that's the case, I already love his writing style. I love how he develops characters, and I love his art. So that's facts. I gotta get on that. It's exactly like Chihaya in that aspect of how the sport changes the character as a person. It's my top 3 sports manga. I gotta read it, man. I gotta read that, and I gotta finish Haikyuu. You know, got so many people that I have so much respect for, like Laz, yourself, Matt, all of them saying Haikyuu's the greatest sports manga ever, and I know what they've read. I know they've read Ippo. I know they've read Joe. I know they've read the greats, right? So I'm like, man, for Haikyuu to be on top, that means that the ending of Haikyuu has to be out of this world. And so I cannot wait to read Haikyuu one of these days. I've watched up until halfway through season 4. I just need to react to the rest of it. Yo, Ramiz Beg, I will be doing more. Actually, before I came on here, I was trying to upload my Hero reaction, which is why in the My Hero reaction, you'll see me with the orange shirt, because I literally just finished recording that. Tried to upload it, and YouTube just said no. And I was like, no? You guys don't want to make any money? You guys don't want to, like, my channel to push anything else? I'm like, okay, I'm going live. Because whether My Hero gets uploaded today, or I come on here and talk about One Piece, Bleach, and whatever, I'm talking about something today on this channel. So the My Hero reaction is recorded. That was a great chapter. That was a fantastic chapter. So expect that tomorrow. Hopefully I can resolve my issues tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But hey, I mean, all powerful God knows spitting facts. Cloud the greatest to ever do it. Cloud the greatest to ever do it. But yo, NL man, Reen Schwartzer, bro. Remember that name, son. Remember that name. Oh, we have Zach coming in. Zach Soul 19. You know, every time I see the number 19 written like that, it reminds me of WrestleMania. That just goes to show how my mind has been wired to think about it in wrestling terms. King, appreciate your work. I believe Kaido's story will be polar to Odin's in a matter where through the quest of freedom, he met Whitebeard and Roger, while through the quest of power, Kaido met Rocks. So hold on, let me put those two together. So Kaido's story will be a polar, so like a parallel to Odin's, and no matter where the quest for freedom, he met Whitebeard and Roger. So in terms of like Odin wanted to be free, he met Whitebeard and Roger, and Kaido wanting to whatever he wanted, he met Rocks. That's interesting. I like that. And then the fact that both their children have the future of Wano on their shoulders, in Yamato and Momonosuke, I would like that. Actually, I would like that. That's a great theory. I like that a lot. So hey, thanks a lot for the 10, and thank you for the big brain theory. Mohammed Saeed coming in with the 7.99. Do you still watch wrestling regularly? Not as much as before. Now I am, because John Cena's back and he's about to fight Roman. So I was like, I gotta keep up with it for right now. I'm definitely loving the where everything's going right now. They got fans back. So before that, it had been a while since I had consumed any type of wrestling content besides like the going back and watching old stuff. But in terms of current stuff, definitely watching that. And I need to get back on New Japan, man. Like that's the deal. You feel me? I got to see my boy Okada go in. But yeah, still somewhat watching it. Mainly only watching like SmackDown and Raw nowadays. But I got to get back on watching the other stuff. But it's just there's only so much time in the day. You feel me? We'll see what happens. Hold on. Hashtag Nami greatness, though. You already know. Nami greatness, baby. Nami greatness. This man last said, me and Recon turn breadcrumbs into loaves of bread. Dog, you and me will turn breadcrumbs into Pepperidge Farm. Like, yo, let me tell y'all something, son. If Laz and I ever start a podcast and we get like people to join us, like guests, I feel sorry for the guests. I feel sorry for the guests. Yo, we're gonna be turning into a Pepperidge Farm, talking about some Pepperidge Farmer members. Oh, Pepperidge Farmer members are streams because they're gonna be lost to the void century after that. That's gonna be crazy. Boxster Lou says, hi from Italy. Watching your reactions always bring back memories of 90s hype about manga. It's very pleasant and engaging. Keep your hypiness attitude, coach. I appreciate that, yo. I appreciate that. Honestly, I think that's why I am the way that I am, because I grew up there. I grew up with the excitement for Dragon Ball and the excitement for Final Fantasy VII and all that stuff. And I just grew up that way. And here where I live, everyone loves Naruto and Dragon Ball. So it's like, it wasn't like I would just go to place and I'd be like, oh, nobody else is into this. When I graduated high school, we had a Naruto tournament in my school, bro. They brought the Xbox 360 and we played Naruto. And my last day of high school, like, I'm not making this up. I have pictures somewhere on one of my phones. Like, legit, that's how much we just love that stuff here. Like, when it comes to that, wrestling, sports, like, it's contagious. It's contagious. The thing is that no one was into One Piece. So that's why I created the channel, because I was like, hold on, man. Everybody loves Naruto. Everybody loves Dragon Ball. Even got people to talk about Bleach with. But no one's into One Piece. And especially where it was at the time, which when I started the channel was right at the beginning of Dressrosa. I mean, Doflamingo just revealed Ace's fruit. They were doing the G1 climax in Dressrosa. I was like, nah, gotta start the channel. Gotta start the channel. I gotta talk to this about somebody. I just wish those videos were still around. There's one video in particular I really wish was still around, because the Gintama Shogun arc reaction is still around from those days, because I actually managed to save that one. But the Sabo chapter 731, I really, really wish that video was still around, man, because at the time we had 3 chapters back to back that were crazy. 729, crazy chapter. 730, I recorded a video for chapter 730 at my college. At my college. That's how hyped I was. So I came home and I think I did a live stream. It was me, Wow King, Firefish Dre. I mean, it was a crazy chapter. Crazy chapter. I was like, there's no way we're ever going to be able to top this. Then the following week, we got the Sabo chapter, and I was reading it while at my friend's house. I walked from my friend's house to my house, turned on the camera, and recorded 2 videos back to back. The first ever afterthoughts before it was even thought of. Now, shout out to Sureito-sama, the manga detectives, for coming up with the concept for the afterthoughts. But before afterthoughts were even a thing, that Sabo chapter reveal created an afterthoughts. And like, I really wish that video existed, because I poured my heart and soul into that video, man. And I'm not talking about in terms of editing, because I still know how to edit. But in terms of just coming from the heart, that Sabo chapter hit different. That Sabo chapter hit on ways I can't even begin to fathom. And then the stuff like the Gear 4th reveal, like, I miss all of that stuff. And I wish I still had it, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But yeah, thank you so much for 799, fam. Let me see. Oh, Rican comes in with 279 Canadian. Shout out to my individuals in Canada. Maybe someday. Kyle Lowry just came down to Miami. So one day, if the world comes full circle, I'll be making my way up to to Canada someday. But we'll see. Actually, no, I think when I was a kid, I did go to Canada, because I think I went to, what's the name of that place? What's the name of that place in Canada? I'm forgetting this now, and after this, I'm gonna have to talk to my mom and be like, yo, what was that place that we went to when I was but a youngling? Because I know it's either in Canada or it's in like the very, very top part of the United States. I forgot what it is, but I think I've been over there. And the reason why I think I've been over there is because I sensed Vince Carter's hockey when I was pretty young. Either Vince Carter's hockey or Bret Hart's hockey, but I sensed someone's hockey when I was up there. Where are the other Sky Island entrances? Well, we have to contact NL. You feel me? Like, when NL comes in and jumps from the moon, Then we're gonna have a real Sky Island entrances, and we're gonna see the wizard from Weatheria with Nami. We're gonna see all of them coming on some like Avengers Endgame stuff. You feel me? Yeah, yo, and Kid spitting facts. Wuzumaki-Kon. Wuzumaki-Kon the GOAT. It's the hockey, yo. Yo, God, that's always gonna be one dude, no matter how I'm feeling. Like, no matter how it is that the day's going, if I sit down and watch a con video, it automatically just makes it better. Like, that's my guy, man. That's just in terms of being an individual here, like in the streaming space previously on YouTube, you can't ask for somebody like who has that type of energy and has it consistently for everything that he talks about and produces. Like I love Khan, man. That's just my boy, and all the best to him when it comes to his health, his family's health. Like that's just that dude. Yo, you already know. Sen Marty flippin' Joseph Sanson, one of the greatest characters ever. Yo, I saw a comment from Nami the Goat earlier, but I can't find it earlier. Shout out to Nami the Goat. I remember the first time I saw that name in my comment section, I was like, someone understands me. Nami greatness. Muhammad Saeed comes in with a 1999. Do you think Nami's real parents will be relevant in the story? I'm sure you talked about that before, but I'm really new to the One Piece world. Oh, hey, man, you could ask whatever you want. Yo, we're here to talk about the greatness. But for me, Nami's real parents could be relevant in the story, but I think that Oda's going to keep it, unless it has something important to the end game of the story. He's probably going to keep it to where Bellemere is her only parent. And I understand, we've talked about theories before. I myself have certainly done it for, the possibilities of Nami possibly coming from a family, both Nami and Nojiko, coming from individuals that possibly killed off. So like she's like a war orphan or something that were, maybe a former pirate or something along those lines that was killed off, and then Nami, as the child, was rescued by Bellemere on a mission, or whatever it is, right? So we'll never know. I mean, we might know someday, but for me, even if it just stays as Bellemere being the parent, if it does stay like that until the end of the series, it's just gonna keep that flashback as important at the beginning as it was at the end, because it will showcase Nami's love for found family and how important the Straw Hats are to her, because of them being the quote unquote, not necessarily replacement, but somebody or the individuals that gave her the same family type of feeling that Bellemere did. Individuals that will be with her through thick and thin, individuals that will sacrifice themselves for her and stuff like that, right? So for me, that's beautiful, and that's a theme in One Piece that I absolutely love, is individuals that aren't related by blood but are willing to do anything for you. And of course, Arlong Park, Luffy going to get Ace. It's a very prevalent theme, but I love that. And if it stays that way and we don't get anything else, like the thing with the Sanji flashback and the Germa, is that was foreshadowed for years, right? In Jaya, we always got to see like he calls himself Mr. Prince. Zoro called him Prince. This the whole demeanor, the way he acts, the chivalry, everything. It was always there. But so we were speculating for years that Sanji was in fact going to be either a prince, a celestial dragon, a king. He was going to be something. He was going to be something. So that was when that happened. It was like, okay, now we're getting into this. It's going down. When it comes to the other Straw Hats, though, if we never get anything else on any of them, then I'll be cool with it, because we've already gotten what we've had to get, except for Frankie, because Frankie and Zoro to a certain extent, because now stuff coming up like Shimotsuki and Tsunachi, so he obviously has some sort of connection there, and I do wonder what happened there with him and his master. But in terms of Frankie, we gotta know, baby. We got it. I don't know what kind of things we're hiding up here, but Frankie, who in the world is Frankie's pops? That they were saying, yo, he just randomly dropped that in a flashback. Yeah, it was a random kid dropped by a pirate. What pirate? What pirate? Give me a second. I got some water. See, when I think about stuff like that, it gets me thirsty. Thirsty for knowledge. Always remember, stay thirsty for knowledge, man. Stay thirsty for knowledge. That's my inspirational quote for the day. Stay thirsty for knowledge, man. Let's see. Chris Joel says, "Are you following AEW?" Not necessarily. I mean, I am. Like in terms of keeping up with the news, like I'm keeping up with like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk stuff and all that stuff, but I haven't kept up with the AEW product in a couple months. Yo, Ankit, the Innocent manga is legit amazing. It has not only the art style is incredible, the writing, like especially the character writing in that series is fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, Hamza Mohammed Khan, I have watched O'Hara's video, and it had my mind running the entire weekend in terms of things that we have seen, things that we will see, thinking about Nika, about Skypea, you know, all that stuff. Just and the Ennies Lobby stuff, as much as like I'm a bit iffy on that on the Ennies Lobby thing, but it's like my mind was just open to so many possibilities when I've read that. Where I was like, yo, this is genius. Even if it doesn't end up being true, that's just so genius. When I see comments like the Going Merry one that I was talking about, like look down, like I took you to your destination, like it gives you chills. You feel me? Lizzie Mofo says, stop saying if y'all start a podcast and start saying when y'all start a podcast. Hey man, look, one of these days, when we get a consistent schedule going on, Laz and I will most certainly, I don't know what day of the week it's gonna be because yo, I'm not gonna lie, I really do miss live streaming with Laz because yo, I don't know if y'all were aware of the videos that we used to do for like Shonen Jump. So Laz came up with this idea for crafting like weekly Shonen Jump drafts for like chapters, like creating your own weekly Shonen Jump magazine, but out of like all-time chapters. So for example, my first overall pick was One Piece chapter 598, right? Because that chapter means so much to me on a personal level, you know, the first chapter after the time skip. So like you would draft a chapter of your choosing and put it into your magazine. Then after that, we'll go like Gintama chapter 519, 520, you know, literally the greatest chapters ever. Like, so yeah, go with that, but it has to be within Shonen Jump. So like another example, Hunter x Hunter chapter, what is the 339, you know, for the end of the manga, 318 for the Komugi Meruem stuff. So like you could draft your own chapters and you would see who would end up with the best magazine for Shonen Jump at the end. I want to do that again, bro, especially for two reasons. Number one, I've rekindled my love for Naruto. And so because I've done that, I rekindled my love for like that era, just in general. Like I've always loved that era and I always talk about it. But now that I've rekindled my love for Naruto too, with the big three, all the other great shows in Shonen Jump's history, like The Gray Man and Hitman Reborn and Death Note and you know, Gintama and all of it, right? So many Toriko and all this greatness that has come out since then. You know, mad stuff has come out, like New Jujutsu Kaisen chapters and Haikyuu's end and like all this stuff, right? So like I feel like we should do that again, a weekly Shonen Jump draft, 4 chapters, because I feel like it'll be there'd be a lot more stuff in there. And Ice Shield's another one. Like I remember I represented Ice Shield in the original anyway, but gotta represent the Ice Shield to greatness, and that's another great sports manga. But yeah, we got to do that again, Laz. Like both the weekly Shonen Jump draft stuff, and we got to do like another one of those tournaments that we used to do. Let me see. Yo, facts. Chapter 731 is stuff of legends. Of legends. I grew up during Yu Yu Hakusho and OG Dragon Ball era. See, for me, I grew up in the Dragon Ball Z. So it was DBZ, Sailor Moon, all that stuff. And then, you know, Hakusho, Kenshin, all that stuff. And then, but what really got me, because for me at the time, that was still cartoons. Like all that was the same. But when I discovered Naruto, I was like, hold on, chief. Like, yo, Naruto, I was like, hold on, man. Because Naruto, it was interesting where I really enjoyed it. And then I wanted to get past where Toonami was. So I discovered on YouTube, while trying to search up one of the fights, like I was with my cousin and we were trying to find Naruto versus Neji to see if we could find like the full thing and find like just to see if we could find it to rewatch that fight because we just watched it on TV. And so right after that, we found like the plethora of all this stuff we didn't even know existed. We found, Sasuke versus Gaara and Gaara versus Naruto. Then it led me down the rabbit hole of like the Tsunade retrieval arc. I was like, what is this? So I just started watching it all right there, and eventually I caught up to the Sasuke retrieval arc, and I was like, my word, like what? Like this is a whole new world. Japanese, watch stuff in Japanese, and then Bleach came after that, man. And I was like, yo, because Bleach for the longest, it was like just like Naruto with TV, just watching on TV. But then discovering that, watching that in both dub and sub. But then when I discovered One Piece, man, that's when we went from anime to manga, because the anime was legendary. But once the anime ran out, I was like, nah, we got to keep going. This is the GOAT. We got to keep going. Let me see. But yeah, no, that was my era, man. Like the late 90s, early 2000s in terms of like stuff that really gets me nostalgic. Definitely. Max Musterman says, yo, King, you reading Kingdom again? Definitely. Like I said earlier on the stream, I am waiting until things simmer down, because right now there's just so much in the noggin. Like when y'all see me put out a video, that's the video that I'm prioritizing at that point in time. So like, for example, with Bleach coming back right now, prioritizing that. My Hero's on Fire, prioritizing that, of course. I do my 3 weekly One Piece videos at the least, with the chapter, the episode, and the afterthoughts. So like I'm trying to keep my priorities while also trying to, do my other stuff. So when things settle down a bit, Kingdom and Chihaya Furu, top priority, because Chihaya Furu, we're in the middle. The chapter that I finished off, the last chapter on, is legit one of my favorite chapters in the whole series. So we're going to get back to that eventually. And Kingdom, I can't even fathom where that is right now, man. Oh, right here, we have a donation coming in from Vinath Loganathan. Yo, thank you so much, bro. Yo, Rick, I've been watching your content for years. Your positive energy is infectious. Thanks for the great content. Bleach comeback hype. Yo, Bleach comeback hype indeed. But thank you so much, not only for following the content for years, but for still being with me. Like 100%, man. For everybody who's still here after all these years, y'all have no idea how much that only means. Like not only does that mean to me, but to other content creators as well. Because when that happens, it just showcases that it goes deeper than just the content. It's like there is a connection to where, like, it's almost kind of like I was talking about this yesterday. I wrote my final essay for my literature class I'm doing right now, and I based the entire essay around and I got this from Violet Evergarden. Shout out to Violet Evergarden, man. Yo, Violet Evergarden, man, that's you want to talk about bangers? That's a banger. That's fighting Gintama for me, son. That thing is goated. That thing is good. I love Violet Evergarden, but that series inspired me to write my final essay on having conversations through time, through literature, and through story. And I think that also, and through words, right? And I think that also applies to YouTube, to where even if I've never spoken to anybody in here in terms of the individuals that I reply to in terms of comments, just replying through words, there is something that goes beyond like the boundaries of just it being words. Like I feel like if I were to ever see one of y'all in like a convention or something, we would just pick up right where we left off in the comments and be like, yo, you like, we just pick up, right? It's just, we've established that relationship, that friendship, and it goes, and it's something really beautiful. And I talked about that yesterday in that essay, like I said, but I really appreciate anyone who's still here, because it just shows that it is in fact something like real, where it's not just, we're here once or twice, whatever, but it is like consistency throughout the years, and it's something beautiful. Something really, really beautiful. Epicness Beyond says, Lowry a fraud for going to Miami, should have come to Dallas. I mean, nah, he's not a fraud. He's not a fraud, yo. Listen, Miami needed it, man. Yo, they got sold last year. Okay, we're good. They got sold last year, man, because Tyler Hero, he showed up in the flipping, I almost called the balloon, in the, what is it? I'm getting a brain fart right now. In the bubble. Excuse me, in the bubble. Shout out to the bubble. This man Tyler Hero was going off in the bubble. What did that man do last year? Yo, that team, besides Duncan Robinson, And I understand they had injuries, right? Like Dragic was injured, Bam was injured, Jimmy Buckets was already trying to do stuff by himself. But that team was sold, man. I mean, yo, they were. So now they got Lowry, they got PJ Tucker, and they got who else did they get? I know they signed up in Robinson. Who else? I think there was somebody else they got, but regardless, I'm happy. I'm happy that there's finally like some sort of progression there when it comes to them and pushing forward and trying to get something again. Because it was like, yo, hey, Pat Riley's finally doing something. And shout out to the 76ers. I heard they're either getting Drummond or they're about to get Drummond. So I don't know what they're gonna do with Ben Simmons, but we'll see what happens there. And then all the moves are crazy. Like seeing Russo going over there, they got Lonzo going over there. So Zach LaVine got some help. I'm a Zach LaVine fan, man. I like Zach LaVine. I'm not a Bulls fan. I love me some MJ. I'm not a Bulls fan, but I love me some Zach LaVine. That's a baller. That man is a baller. That's that dude. So to get him some help, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Bulls can do there. Yo, Mr. DJ. Mr. DJ says NL is coming back. That's for sure. No question. Squatch. Hey, yo, Squatch, you have the best profile picture on YouTube. I promise you. I promise you. The best profile picture on YouTube. The goat with the coat. That is my favorite shot in like anything. Anything. Luffy holding the coat. That's the nastiest shot I have ever seen. Ever seen. Shout out to my boy Silva in the comment section, man. That's family right there. Fable says Khan is so much fun. He really is. Yo, Matthew McCurry coming with a 100 dub on Verdansk. Dubs. W's, man. Yo, Warzone has been cheating me so much the past 2 weeks that just knowing that somebody else out there succeeding brings me like genuine happiness. Because the game just cheats me, and everyone has hacks. Why does everyone have hacks on that game? Why? Yo, see, this is why I don't want to do streams with Warzone. I get mad playing Warzone. There's two things in this world that make me mad. The Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm an Eagles fan. The Eagles make me more mad than anything else that you can possibly imagine. This is why I'm glad I work Sundays, because I don't have to sit through their games anymore. It's bad. I cannot stand the Philadelphia Eagles. I love them. It's a love-hate thing, because I love them more than I hate them, but I hate them a lot. I can't stand that team. But I love them, and I'll always follow them. But same thing for Call of Duty and Warzone. Makes me mad, but I keep coming back. I keep coming back. Abraham says, have you seen O'Hara's greatest theory ever? I have. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Yo, Nash Snyder. Recon stream, let's go. You already know. You already know. Let's see. That's right. Stay thirsty for knowledge. Hashtag stay thirsty for knowledge. Yeah, facts, Blaz, man. Like, we could do that for anything. Like, legit, for so many different things. Yo, Sen bringing up Steel Run Chapter 1. I think I drafted. I don't remember. I think I might have drafted a Steel Run chapter or a Stone Ocean chapter, but I think I did one of them. Or I might have done one for Dio's World. I don't remember it. But it's just a Steel Ball Run. Yo, Sen, Stone Ocean trailer. And for any other JoJo fans in the chat, Stone Ocean trailer coming in soon. Jolene Cujo, Stone Free. Why does my camera keep going blurry? There we go. I think it's because of the light back there. I got Sabo out there, man. You see that? I didn't notice how much that thing is beaming. That thing is beaming down. You got Sabo out there. But yeah, regardless. Stone Ocean trailer next week. Super, super excited. D Goat Man, you already know. D Goat Man Grants. Yo, shout out to Kaisia, yo. Kaisia is another person who's been with me for a long time, man. Shout out to Kaisia. D Goat Man. Talking of Frankie's dad in Marineford, there was a guy in Shanks' crew standing behind him with a neck tattoo of a snake. Looks like he could be Frankie's dad, a pirate on Shanks' ship. At this point, if this man Shanks is real deal rolling with Usopp's pops and Frankie's pops, and Frankie's pops is going to catch bodies, I'll take it. I'll take it. Reading Boruto made me fall back in love with Naruto. That's awesome. The latest Boruto chapter was great. What was the chapter 60? Great chapter. That chapter, and I really enjoyed the Dragon Ball Super chapter for this month too. You know, two mangas that uh, is like up and down in terms of how I feel about them. But the last chapters for both of them left me on like a super high for both series. Oh, Safama just asked a question that is, it's like, come on, man, you already know. Safama asks, yo, Recon is 10-10 in your top 10 One Piece chapters. Now let me tell you something. That's a tough question in terms of favorite chapters of all time, because One Piece has so many GOAT chapters. But I can tell you this: 1000 and 1010, undoubtedly, there's a representative for Roof Piece in my top 10. Either one is in there, maybe both. Probably say both. But 1010 to me is probably the best action chapter in the entire series. It is up there with the likeness of, what was it, 428 or 429, with like the end of Luffy versus Rob Lucci, 895 for the Snake Man versus Katakuri. It's up there with the Luffy versus Crocodile. Like it's the chapter. Listen, man, no, that's the greatest action chapter I've ever read, bro. Roof Piece, that's top 5. I gotta think about that one. It probably, because it's just so goated. It's top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure, unquestioned. When I saw Luffy and Zoro doing what they were doing, when I saw Luffy hit him with the Yu Hakusho, come on, man. When I saw, like, dog, that was the nastiest thing I've ever read, dude. Crazy. No, unquestioned top 10. Unquestioned. Literally, bro, I legit, it might be top 5. Because the thing is, I just made a top 5. I did a live stream with Mahadi AUT. I think it was early this year or late last year. I think it was early this year. And I was talking about my top 5 favorite chapters, and it was tough at the time because it was before 1000, so it was last year. It's before 1000 came out or after 1000. It was around that time. And representing Wano in that thing, because Wano just has so many amazing chapters, but representing Wano was 967. The Laugh Tale chapter, because I love that chapter so much for encapsulating all that One Piece is, and the Roger flashback. And I just love that chapter. But it's 10, bro. That chapter legit, like Roof Piece is goated, man. That entire stretch is legit like the most hype I think I've ever been, ever. But 1010 in particular is stuff of legends. Like, if I were to show that to myself when I was but a youngling getting into One Piece, it probably would have, I don't know what he would have done, but I fear for his health. I fear for his health, because my lord, what a chapter. 1010 is legendary. Legendary, bro. Squash said I stole it from you. Yeah, it had to be the Twitter profile picture. And honestly, I was going to like make that my profile picture, like just in general, like just to put it over there on the cord, on everything. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this special to just one site, and it just fits so perfectly. That is, like I said, that is the shot of shots. It is the shot of shots. I love that. I love that profile picture. Yo, hold on. Fable just said something that's factual for me too. For me too. Violet Evergarden, easily top 3 anime for me. No question for me too, bro. No question. And the thing is, my top 3 for years, and on the anime side of things, was very consistent. Like, nothing slipped in there. But Violet Evergarden, man, and I'm talking about strictly on the anime, because it's so hard when you bring in anime and manga. But it's just, as someone who is pursuing a craft in writing, pursuing a craft in words, and what words mean to me, to people, to individuals, what words mean to somebody could have written something 100 years ago, and 100 years later it's going to reach them, to words that reach way beyond, for you to say things through words that you can't normally say. Those themes of Violet Evergarden, that hits on an entirely different level just for me personally, like on a personal level. Like Violet Evergarden had that Chihaya Fudu effect when I watched it, where I was like, yo, I was born to experience this series someday. That's how I felt. Like I love that show, man. I love that show. Like, man. My goodness. Omiros, Palo, Pavlu, I apologize. It cut off right there in the middle. Pavlu says, hello from Cyprus, brother. I've been watching you since you nailed that Sanji theory years ago, man. It's crazy. People still remember that. Keep it genuine, keep it passionate. Favorite, not the favorite Opie in the Opie verse. Yo, I mean, listen to me, bro. Yamato might be taking it right now, man. I mean, hey, my man Oda created a whole character off the side action. You feel me? But realistically, like just on a consistent basis, I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with Nami or Robin. But Yamato lately, you feel me? But that color spread though. I think that regardless. We boo. Let me see. Texas next summer is the closest I'll be to recon, even if he's yo, real talk, man. I mean, bro, hopefully, if I'm able to go over there too, because you're talking about DreamCon, right? I want to go to DreamCon too, bro, because I love RDC World. That might be like top 3 channels just period ever, and I really want to. I would love to not only just be there to talk with y'all, but I would love to just meet them too, because Mark is honestly a very inspirational figure for me. And it really showed how you can succeed on this platform while staying true to yourself. Because RDC World is true to themselves, man. And I love those guys, and I really wish nothing but the best for them. And that's why I want to go over there. I don't know if it'll be next year, but sometime in the future, to just to have a conversation with them, man. Yo, shout out to Spollywood. Another legend has been with me for super long. What's good, yo? Good afternoon, Recon. Hope you're having a good one. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Fantastic. Michael Mickle says, go Bulls. We're long overdue for a playoff run. Yo, I mean, listen, with the team you guys currently have, with the way that the East is currently structured, y'all actually might get in. Like, real talk. Real talk. You actually might get in. Yo, Suzaku! Dog, I haven't seen Suzaku in years. See, this is why I love doing live streams. I get to see people like this. So Suzaku and I, this is an old channel banger. Old channel banger. When Bleach ended in the anime, I did a live stream when it ended again on Adult Swim. So that must have been like 2013, 2014. I did a live stream on the channel, and it was me and Suzaku talking about the Bleach anime for however long that went on for. But it was such a fun time, and I'll never forget that, yo. Never forget that. Bleach greatness. And anytime that I think about the anime, I always think back to that stream that we did. So, yo, Suzaku, I hope you're good, and keep going, man. Keep going. I love the name too. Yeah, you already know. You know how it is about Code Geass around here. Recon Viewer at Vagabond, an all-time great. The Kojiro flashback, actually, I talked about this on Twitter the other day, but I need to make another favorite arcs list because I feel like the last time I did one was on the old channel. But the Kojiro flashback is one of my favorite arcs, period. Period. Like, that Kojiro flashback is legendary. It is genuinely legendary, bro. Gigi Deku says, I noticed in some of your videos you had the book Wave Kings in the background. Have you read that? I love that series. Yes. Yo, so Brandon Sanderson has been a very big inspiration for me on this journey of attempting to write a novel, attempting to get published, and all that stuff. But he's been a very big inspiration in terms of staying true to himself, right? Because he does these lectures, he makes YouTube content, but he's always keeping it 100 when it comes to his advice, because he lets you know, like, yo, it might not work for you, but this is what I got. And I think that's what makes a great teacher, is that when you know something isn't for everyone, or one particular style isn't for everyone, but you bring up the possibility just in case it is something for them. And Brandon does it a lot, and I think that's why I love his not only just his lectures, but also his works, because you can see that he truly is honest with himself when it comes to producing his content. I initially got introduced to him through Mistborn, back whenever I was in my first go around in college, and I really liked that series a lot. So then I got into The Way of Kings, and eventually hoping soon to catch up eventually to read The Rhythm of War, because I haven't gotten to that point yet. But I really love his just his writing, the characters, some of the stuff that he like. It's just the way that he seamlessly creates images in your mind. Like I remember the other day while I was reading The Way of Kings, and I was reading a certain section with Shallan, and I just pictured it perfectly in my mind with like the most minimal words possible. And I was like, yo, this guy's a G. Like, how does he do this? And so he's really inspirational. He's really inspirational, man. JoJo's gonna clap hard. JoJo greatness. Yo, shout out to Sam, the legend. Yo, Sam, so check me out. You know how you told me about the My Hero chapter? Tell me how I reacted to My Hero this morning. And it wouldn't let me upload the video, so that's why I'm here doing this. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to eventually upload that. Hopefully it uploads soon. I don't know what happened with the video. Like, I don't know why it refused to upload. So hopefully either tonight or tomorrow you'll see that My Hero reaction for that chapter, because it was weird. I don't know what's going on. 10 is the definition of a 10 out of 10 chapter. That's facts. My favorite action chapter in the series, man. Like, goated. Yo, Vex, have a good one, yo. Have a good one. Shout out to Vex. Silva says Perona's introduction chapter is top one. Hey, I mean, you might be spitting. You might be spitting. Perona's introduction. Yo, Silva, I still love that yo, shout out to Peter. My boy Peter, man. That drawing that Peter made for you for Perona, super. I love that image that you have on. I think that's my anime list, right? 967 is one of the best chapters I've ever read in manga. No question, man. That's one of the greatest chapters ever. As Afama says, Laugh Tale is definitely the best chapter in One Piece for me, especially in the anime. Yo, that moment in the anime when memories started playing, goat. Absolutely goated. Yo, Animaniac 89 says 997 Flames was amazing as well. Definitely. I mean, just like the chapter title stated, Flames. You feel me? Flames. Imagine Red Rock animated by Sheeta. Ooh. Yo, Sheeta, he was the one that just recently did the elephant gun, right? That junk looked amazing. I was shook. Mo Hirsch brings up a legendary series, man. Space Dandy. I love me some Space Dandy. Space Dandy is one of those shows because I really like I like as much as I love my long stories. That's my favorite type of storytelling. Long form storytelling is my thing. But the way that series gave different, so you had like a creative vision in mind, right? And gave different directors creative freedom to do what they wanted with the material within that episode. So every episode, I think, in that show is done by a different director. And so you see different individuals and their takes on that content. And it's so dope. Like, I love it. Like, it's super cool in the way that that Watanabe allowed that to happen. Of like, okay, this director gets this episode, this director gets this episode. They all have things that allow them to be a story that can continue a story, but in the episodic format that it's told, it allows for creative freedom from several different individuals, and it's so dope. Like, that's what I love so much about that show. Dragon Quest, man, greatness. Devin Vasquez says the coach is streaming, and I just got a statue of Whitebeard in the Clash of Legends. It's a great day. Yo, nice. Whitebeard greatness. Recon, we're planning on heading up Texas next summer for DreamCon. It would be the best trip ever. Yo, that's exactly what I was just talking about. I hope I would love to go over there too, man. I would love to go over there. We'll see. We'll definitely see. So Morher says you should read Sugarless. I've never heard of that. An anime about Black Air Force energy and fights. Hey, that sounds like hey, look, man. If it has throwing hands and reason for throwing hands, Sugarless. It is an anime. 2010. I've never heard of this. Would you recommend the anime or the manga? Because I want to see the manga here. Shonen Champion. Oh, right here, the episode's 12. All right. Matter of fact, so I don't forget that because I've never heard of that show before. Let me add that to my list. Let me hit plan to read on that right quick. Yo, speaking of plan to read, Silva, have you read any more Kono Ototomare, man? Have you read any more? Yo, somebody just brought the Hunter greatness. Hanta Toyobu. Menacing Baseline says Netero flashback versus Netero Goat. Legendary episodes and chapters. Goated stuff. Goated stuff. Gummy says, hey Recon, what made you switch to saying Flagnards? Well, I mean I've always said Flagnards, but it's just more of a lifestyle change. I really wanted to stop. I wanted to like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just at the time and to where I am now. I really wanted a lifestyle change, and I feel like it started from within. And so I've just been trying to minimize and or like take out all the cursing. That's just a personal thing. I just didn't want to curse anymore, and also just for writing purposes, I didn't want to resort to using a curse word, whereas something else could be in there to explain that better. Because I feel like for me, I would be cheating the reader if I were to put in a curse word rather than utilizing something else that could better describe someone's emotions and whatnot, right? So like it started from within, but slowly but surely trying to work it into the craft as well. But that's mainly the reason why I stopped. It's just a personal thing. I really wanted to stop cursing and all that type of stuff. So that's why I did it. But I've been saying Flagnard since the very first day I've been doing YouTube. Like no joke, Flagnards and Awesome Sauce. Like the first two things. I think I don't even know where it came from. Flagnards. I think I heard it like in a commercial one time, and it just stuck with me. I was like Flagnards. So, I don't know. It's a fun word to say. Who doesn't like saying Flagnards? You feel me? But it was just one of those things. Yo, Amir says, Recon, when are you gonna finish the Wheel of Time? Eventually. I need to. I really need to. That's some great stuff right there. Fedas Nazar says, hey Recon, new subscriber here. We love your content, and I was curious to know where Wano ranks among your favorite One Piece arcs. I'll tell you what. Some days it's number one, and other days, whenever I'm thinking about the other ones, it's no question top five. But it's like where it depends on the day, right? Because some days look legit. I'm like, yo, Wano go like 110%. Excuse me, but it's just the memories I have with other arcs too. It'll come in, but it's just there's so much that takes place in Wano, and it's still not over. Like we have not even hit peak Wano yet. That's what scares me. We've had the Roger flashback. We've had all of Act 3, Roof Piece, stuff currently going down, Act 1. Like it's all of this stuff happening around the world, and I'm still haven't experienced the peak of it, bro. Like craziness. Yo, Manu. Shout out to Saiyan Z3 in the chat, man. That's my brother right there, dog. Love me some Saiyan Z3, man. Yo, this man right here, let me tell you a personal story about Saiyan Z3, bro. This man, to me, completely changed my entire perspective on Dragon Ball. When I first watched Saiyan Z3's videos, it was the Goku. It was a video centered around Goku's character, and I had never looked at Goku's character in that way. And I'm so appreciative of the fact that I watched that video because it forever changed the way that I looked at Dragon Ball. And honestly, Dragon Ball's always been a favorite, but it made me appreciate Toriyama's writing, like how good of a writer he is. And so, and shout out to my boy Manu, man. The fire theories, the fun content, that's my guy. That's my boy, man. That's my boy. Spollywood says, Recon, are there any series you haven't read yet that you would like to do reactions for on YouTube? That's a good question. Because, like, honestly, at the top of my head, there aren't. There's series I want to do videos for. Like, I really want to do videos, like, for, like, I would love to do a Violet Evergarden video. I would love to do a video for, oh, like, what's another one I haven't done a video for? Create videos on, like, stuff I watched, like, back in the day, like Gurren Lagann or Code Geass or Legend of Galactic Heroes. Love to dive into that again. March comes in like a lion. Like, I'd love to do another video on that. And like videos for stuff that I've watched, like a Lupin the Third, like Cowboy Bebop. Like, there's so many series that I haven't watched in a while that I would love to go back and actually get a chance to talk about on the channel. Like, that's kind of like what I was doing with the 25 Days of Santa Recon. But then I ended up talking about stuff I regularly talk about anyway. So, but yeah, I don't know about reactions, but I do want to make videos on stuff that I don't normally talk about. And there's a lot of manga that I don't really talk about either. Like, earlier we were talking about Innocent. That's a phenomenal series. And I would love to talk about that one day on the channel. Ariane says, Recon, you planning on reading some Kingdom Greatness soon. Like I said, when push comes to shove, we'll get back on the greatness. Yo, Sen brings up a great point. Thoughts on JoJolion ending in 2 weeks? I'm not ready. Period. I'm not ready because with the implications in the last chapter, it's so weird because Araki's never missed with his endings, but this one's just, I have no idea what we're about to get. So it's like, I have no idea. Like, what in the world are we about to get in this final chapter? Because it's about to end like no other chapter in JoJo. No other chapter has ever ended in JoJo like this. It's like, what? So I don't know, man. I'm excited though, bro. Like, it's like I said, JoJo's never missed when it comes to the endings. Never. It's never missed. So it's like, man, I don't know. Yo, you already know Manu, bro. This man said, throwing hands makes a series automatically goated. 100%. Yo, is that brother Saeed in the chat? The legend. The legend. My boy, hey man, follow my boy on Instagram, dog. Yo, you remember that? You remember those days? Good times, man. Yo, that's a true, like, when it comes to people that I've been with for a long time, man. Shout out to Saeed, man. Yo, all the way back in the days before I even had this camera, flipping on the laptop, talking about One Piece. Good times. Good times, man. That's a true brother right there. Oh, Barra says, oh, hold on. We got some Skypea praise. Hold on, Chief. Skypea praise. You already know how we do about Skypea around here. Skypea made me realize how peak the arc was. Skypea is in, you know, I saw Cliff in the chat earlier. Shout out to Cliff. Cliff has been preaching the greatness of Skypea since I first remember doing content. Like, my man's has been in my comment section talking about the Skypea greatness for years. But my man's has always been spitting when it comes to it. But I'm just so happy that the recent events in this series, what's been taking place with Nika, what took place with all the other stuff, is making Skypea something that individuals go back and reread, because it truly is a magnificent story, bro. It just, in terms of an adventure, what One Piece is, just one solo product of the One Piece verse, Skypea is masterclass. Three of my favorite chapters in the whole series. My number one favorite chapter in the whole series, I believe, comes from Skypea. You know, there's two chapters that compete for the number one spot, but right now my number one comes from Skypea, and it's a beautiful, beautiful arc. You know, it's tough for favorite arc because Marinefort's such an amazing arc. Wano, Water 7 and his lobby, and the whole Marineford saga with in Return to Sabaody, post Marineford, so much goatness. But Skypea is just, it's such a beautiful, beautiful arc, man. Beautiful arc. Always has been and always will be. Always will be. Oh, snap. We got a 10 right here from Rothboss29. He's just with a heart and a 100. Yo, a heart and a 100 to you. Thank you so much for the 10, man. I truly do appreciate it. Yo, Anisiki in the comment section, my Bleach brethren. What's good, bro? It's good seeing you, fam. Eden Zero is great. Eden Zero is awesome. I'm behind a bit on it, but Eden Zero is awesome. Like, I am super excited for when the anime gets to cover a lot of that stuff, because Eden Zero is fantastic. It's most certainly, like, I was already, like, just on a personal level, I enjoyed Rave Master and Fairy Tail, like, thoroughly throughout both series. I mean, I had my ups and downs with both of them, but I still enjoyed Hiromashima's art and his writing at certain points. I mean, his character writing always had the potential to be great, but to see him actually maximize that potential of both the art and in his writing in Eden Zero, because Eden Zero is great across the board, and it feels like it's only getting better. So just to see him, it feels like this is the culmination of everything he's learned throughout the years as a storyteller. So, like, Rave Master and Fairy Tail, now bringing that into Eden Zero, and he's been great. It's been a great series. Chubby Alonso says Shogun Assassination and Pharaoh Sensegumi will be top two arcs of all time. I can't blame you for that, man. Those are literally, for years, those were my top two as well. Yeah, Shogun is still my number one, but Pharaoh Sensegumi is so tough because SSA. Silver Soul Aftermath now is up there too, right? It's just those arcs, man. Yo, FS, it's a goated arc. But yeah, Shogun Assassination is still my personal favorite. That's my baby. Deku, we got Deku, my man. Yo, Deku is out here putting in work. He's out here putting in work in the My Hero manga and has time to come in to the Recon stream. Shout out to Deku. Kono Ototomare videos / reactions soon. I'm not sure about reactions, but videos, I would love to make a video on Kono Ototomare. That is a great series. Great series. My goodness. Okay, yo, Manu brother, thank you so much, man. Saiyan Z3 coming in with a 20. JoJolion ending is surreal, bro. Some questions need to be answered, but just to see a part end while I'm caught up is special. Wonder what he'll do for part 9. You are spitting facts. Like, it feels so weird being caught up for a part ending, you know, because since I've gotten into JoJo, there's only been part 8 out. I got into JoJo in 2013, I think it was. So by that time, you know, by the time I caught up, the only thing that was out was JoJolion, right? So I've been with JoJolion for all these years. So to see it end is not only emotional, but it's just crazy to experience, because Araki, like I said earlier, never misses with the endings. Never. So the fact that all of us are going to be together to experience this ending is crazy. And how is he going to do all of that in one chapter? Like, I'm genuinely curious. And then when it comes to part 9, are we expecting to continue onward? Because based on the last chapter, we're talking part 9 looks like it's going to be wild if he does decide to go down that route, you know, because I don't want to spoil any JoJo anime onlys in here, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's certain, you feel me, certain implications for part 7 and 1. And so like we'll see, but I'm excited. I'm excited because Araki, like I said, I have full faith on him as a mangaka and as a storyteller. But man, I wonder. I really wonder, man, what in the world he's gonna do. But it's like for part 9, are we expecting him to end it with part 9? If he does he do something where he brings all the universe? Like, see, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. I'm gonna get some water. Give me 1 second. Can't even say it. But yeah, man, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But yo, thank you so much, bro. Yeah, you're spitting with the fact that we're actually living through a Jolian ending is wild. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stream for a couple more minutes and then we'll end it here. And then I don't know if I'll do another test stream later on because I saw somebody pointed out earlier about the thing behind me. What I'm probably gonna do is, since I know this thing is glaring, I ordered a tripod because I don't have one anymore. So I ordered a tripod and I'm gonna try to see if I can move this and put it where I normally record, which is right here. So I'm gonna order the tripod and see if I can do it that way. And then that way, whenever I do streams, I'll try to see if I can like move the computer and talk about it like that while putting the camera in the place where I normally put it, which is right over here. So the thing is that I have to order a new tripod. So I did it this morning, and when that comes in, excuse me, hopefully I'll be able to do that because I understand like having this thing all the way back there, glaring. You got Sabo coming with a fire fist, so I'll try to fix that later on. Yo, Michael Mickles coming with a 5. Yo, how big is that to read and watch list of yours? There's so much greatness. Still got this. I do still have Samurai Deeper Kyo on the list, bro. I still have it on the list. Trust me, I never forgot that. And there's another series on the list that I never forgot that I still have not read, but I still have on the list. Let me see. Let me actually look at this list. Actually, if anybody wants to take a look at the list, it's on my anime list. If you just search up King Recon, I mean it's not updated. Nothing's almost ever updated for me. Like never trust anything on here. But it's I try to keep up with some sort of semblance of organization here. But let me look at my plan to read list on here. Because if I didn't have this, I would most certainly not. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I need to either keep using this or make an Annie list or whatever it is. But let's see. So yeah, I got Samurai Deeper Kyo. Wait, hold on. Am I on the wrong one? But yeah, so I have Samurai Deeper Kyo, and then the other one that I was told to read on a stream one time that I still have not read is Hoseki no Kuni, which I definitely am planning on reading. And then I've been told to read Pandora Hearts, and I started reading that, and I need to get back on it because it was pretty good from what I read a little bit of it. I need to get back on that. But yeah, trust me, I just added it to the My Anime List one just to make sure I don't forget it. But yeah, Michael, man, thanks for the 5, bro. Wiggle says ringing the golden bell is a top 5 moment. Yo, that's a golden moment, man. That's a gold moment. Anisiki says, you got space for that upcoming Kubo color spread on that wall of yours? I might have to make some space. You feel me? Either that, I mean, I got I got the Kubo, the original Bankai spread over there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got the Bankai spread. Yeah, you know how we are. I got the Bankai spread over there, and so maybe I'll be able to put that somewhere. because you already know, yo, this color spread's about to be nasty for Bleach when it comes out. Seeing all the new characters, end of the series. Yo, Zachariah Zach Zoro comes in with a 5. Those who skip parts of any story can truly enjoy a story to its fullest extent. Skypia's narrative importance only increases why I love One Piece. Spitting hard facts. Like, not only should you never skip parts, and I've recently been thinking about this a lot when it comes to, because I've just experienced a lot of long form stories like Trails, for example, where like if you miss out on one of those games, you really are missing out on the overall experience. And I thought about that when it comes to One Piece. I know JoJo is a common thing where people like to skip parts because certain parts don't have any relations to the others. But even when it comes to that, I just feel like you just should not skip when it comes to these types of long series, because there is things, especially when the authors are as meticulous as Oda, as a Rocky, as a Morikawa, like an Ippo, who put things in like chapter 350 and they come to fruition in chapter 1000. Like, it's the thrill of seeing that stuff that you saw at one point in time coming into fruition later on that makes it beautiful. And if that stuff doesn't come back and it's just a story encapsulated by itself, you're going to miss out on those character moments, on the situations between the cast that'll make you, bond stronger with the cast. Like, I can tell you one thing: had I gone straight to Water 7 from Alabasta and missed out on Skypiea, I would not love One Piece as much as I do. Like, I would have missed out on the Cloboterman. I would have missed out on all the interaction between the characters back in Jaya and Skypiea. The thing that I loved the most when I saw that in Blackbeard's People's Dreams Never End speech, and all of the concept of dreams and what that does to individuals, NL, like just the story, the Nolan Kagara flashback, like I can't even fathom going in past that arc with Usopp, the impact dials, the waivers, all that stuff that would become important in the following arc. I can't even fathom missing out on that to go into the next arc. So like, it's just, you cannot skip arcs, especially in series that are very meticulous about what they put into those arcs. So it's like, man. But yeah, man, thanks so much for the 5, bro. Right. Go for a few more minutes. Oh, Sen. Thoughts on Chojin X Coach. Shout out to Ishida. Shout out to Sue Ishida. I only read the first chapter. I have not read chapters 2 through 5. But so I haven't I haven't read that yet. So I have to read it. I have to sit down and read Chojin X one of these days. And then we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's I've only read the first chapter and I really enjoyed it because, come on, man, it's Sui Ishida. You feel me? But I do have to continue on and read the other ones for sure. Yeah, Pandora Hearts. One of these days we'll be in like somewhere. All right, yo, I'm gonna read this one, and then we're gonna call it a stream. Yo, this has been an awesome stream, and just being able to interact with y'all again, just have a consistent conversation. Y'all have been a blast, man. Shout out to the Mega Brain conversations, the dope atmosphere. Just thank y'all for being y'all, man. I truly do appreciate it. Like, y'all keep that same energy in the comment section and on here, like in the live stream. So I really love y'all because of that, man. Like, no matter where it is, y'all keep that same energy, man. I appreciate that. So last comment right here, man. Coming in from Fable. Fable says, with a 10, love how big brain the chat is in this stream. Everybody's spitting like llamas. Here's to more streams. Yo, first and foremost, thanks for the 10, bro. And you are spitting facts. That's exactly what I just said. Like, big brain chat, Everybody's spitting like goats, and you 100% will be more streams in the future. Just gotta figure out the setup, figure out how I want to do it. But it just felt great to just sit down and talk to y'all, man. It was so much fun. But yo, I hope y'all have a good one. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Trust me when I say that I'm gonna try to get to my hero reaction up as soon as possible, because that's what I was trying to do before this, but it wasn't able to be. Hopefully, I can get that up tomorrow and or tonight, depending on how long it takes to render. And then after that, I will focus and get ready for Bleach and One Piece this weekend, followed by My Hero early next week. So we're gonna have a stacked weekend of new One Piece chapter, a new Bleach chapter, ladies and gentlemen, a new chapter of Bleach, and then the My Hero Greatness. It's going to be a fun weekend. Oh, and then we have an amazing One Piece episode, from what I've been told. So great weekend incoming, and it's just going to be so much fun, man. So thank y'all so much for the support. I cannot believe the amount of individuals we've had in here at a certain point. Thanks to everybody who donated. Y'all did not have to do that, and the fact that y'all did means so much to me, bro. So thank y'all so much for the donations and for the wonderful comments, man. I mean, seriously, this is the first stream I've done in like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and to see this much love and to see so many people show up for a short or a stream that was unannounced, it means so much to me, man. Like Niall says in the chat, that's my mod right there. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't. Love y'all so much. Have a good one. The Wolfman, shout out to my boy The Wolfman. That's a legend. That's been with me for a minute. Saying get on Golden Kamui, everyone. Good stream. I got the first volume of Golden Kamui, man. Just gotta sit down and read it, yo. Y'all have a good one. Peace out. Greatness is incoming. We have a wonderful weekend ahead of us. Let's go. This stream was awesome, man. Peace out. What should we call this stream? Should I just keep a test stream? You know what? I might just change the stream name to like Recon's Piece Live or something. This is basically a Recon's Piece. You feel me? But y'all have a good one. Be easy. Peace out.